roundabout here. It's already been round one little one. We're coming up to this one. And what I'm going to do is cross over into this other lane here. Come over. Because it's not very often you can get stuff up the inside here. You know what I mean? So they can come up the inside by all means if they want to. Go on, babe. Hook up. And we've got some lights going on here, see? But I'm going right round the roundabout and back down to a big roundabout, so. But that's just nice now. You see some traffic. See, that don't normally happen, does it? They overtake on the off side, not on the near side. And that can upset all. So what's happening? Well, you know, because it's all not what they're used to. So you've got to give them, show them things. I think the idea of, people ask all the time, what's my philosophy? It's very hard to have philosophy on how you're going to do something like with horses, because what you've got to understand is they're all different. They've all been brought up different. They've all been treated different. So you can put them into some sort of categories, I suppose, but that's a bad thing to do. If you put them into categories like that, because then you're expecting something from the horse is no good. You've got to be open to looking at this horse as an individual, and don't look at it like, oh well, this is one of these, this is one like that. Some things will be the same, but they've always got a little quirk. If we've got a horse at the moment in now, it's like a pressure cooker, you know, it's ready to, you know, blow off steam at any time. Well, you've got to leave it something to do that will let it blow off that steam. So let's say, for instance, it pours the ground. We'll let it pour the ground. We can always change that later on once it's built its confidence and settled down. We can say, now that'll do, you know. But if you try and tie the whole thing down when they're learning, it's no good. If you've got children in a classroom and writing away and reading and doing what they do, you know, they're going to look out the window. Well, we're going to do, black the windows out. And that's distracting, then, looking out the window, obviously. It's snowing, raining, or little birds are out to see. Children are going to look out of it. Well, you wouldn't black out the windows, would you? Put them in a darkened room to teach them. And also, you can't do that with horses because they're going to live in this world. Now, whether they would choose to live in this world or not, I don't know. But all I do know is you've got to be kind and firm. You know, that's my philosophy. But leave yourself willing to learn off every horse. Because they've all got something that you can learn from that'll help you with the next horse. Now, she's going along here sweet now. Well, if you'd have seen earlier on, I don't know if we got any on film, she was tossing her head all over the place. And I think it's habit. So we put that little restriction strap on there, which is fully adjustable. Now, bear in mind, if she's not into the collar, i.e. she's not applying pressure on the collar, then she can lift her head up as high as she likes, because the collar is not being, you know, she's not pushing the collar forward, which is in turn pulling the cart. She's not doing that, is she? Come on, my baby. So there's a manhole here now, so I'll just use this now to put her straight over it. The reason I picked that particular manhole, it's unusual shape, and it's a small one, half the size of a normal one. But there's one here that's a bigger one, so I'll come out and just have that as well while we're here. The reason horses don't like manhole is their steel shoes are against the steel manhole, and it becomes slippery. You know, they can lose their footing quite easily. So, you know, you can understand. It also makes a funny old noise when they step on it, doesn't it? So, we're just going to come down to this big Tesco's 4-lane roundabout now. I'm just going to stop here for a minute and let these cars go past. We do that, you know, stop and let the cars go. It's good for the horse as well. I know people that drive say, oh, they can bloody wait. Well, that's not the right attitude at all. You should be able to stop your horse, keep it quiet and safe. Walk on, you know, keep it quiet and safe, and stop when you asked it to, like we've just done there, exactly what you want. So there's enough room for the cars to come past. Just keep her over it to the curb a bit. That's good. And most people are lovely, you know, they're no trouble at all. I mean, if you sat there out in the middle of your lane and you're blocking them, and I have loads of people I've heard say, oh, they can bloody wait, horses was here first. That's the wrong attitude. Have your horse trained or train it to cope with any situation. If you look at films on a Friday night, we put up a film most Friday evenings of whatever horses we got in that week, and you'll see them do all these things. Well, they all do it, and we do if they're runaways, been involved in accident, or anything like that, we get them to do the whole thing that we do. So i.e. they go around the big arena with all the flags and bangs and whistles. They go and stand on the motorway bridge and put their head over the fence. It's only about 3'6" high, so they put their head over that, look down at the traffic below and be standing on 3 legs. And then we take them down in the river, and they'll go in the river at speed, or they'll walk in, or they'll walk out, or whatever you want. Yeah? And it's all done through, as I say, well, as far as I'm concerned, you've got to be kind but firm. And also, if you think this, I'm going to get her to go over this plastic sheet, say, right? Please don't, well, do whatever you like, it's not my business, but what I would say is, if you think it's going to take half an hour to teach her that, make sure you've got an hour. You know, if you're going to teach all something, if you think it's going to take half an hour, then make sure you've got an hour. And if you think it's going to take an hour, make sure you've got an hour and a half. Because the worst thing in the world is to start teaching them something and stop halfway through. Because lots of times they'll think, oh, well, I haven't got to do that. As long as I don't do it, he won't, you know, keep asking me to do it. So we're coming down here lovely now, that's nice. And we can adjust this strap to make her face flat, but I can do that with my reins, you know, I can bring her head in like there. Can you see the arch in her neck there? So I know she'd do it off the bit, but it's just getting rid of this tossing her head. Because she tosses it like a camel. Like her face, you can put a spirit level on it, you know what I mean? Come on, baby. Come on, girl. Good girl. All right. Yeah, they used to say that about me, you know. Good. Come on, baby. So we got this little roundabout. This is where we had our coffee at this garage here. There's one of them coffee shop places there. So while we was there, we carry water on board. We offered her a drink, etc. As I say, they don't normally drink, and you wouldn't want them to drink a lot. You know, you wouldn't want them to have a bucket full. You'd let them have a little drink. Now, this is nice. You hear this motorbike coming? Lovely. And it's different noises. They get used to most noises, like lorries, cars, vans, stuff like that. then you get something else that's a bit unusual, and there'll be a different noise. Or one of the worst things is, well, they're lovely things for us because they're brilliant for teaching horses. A skip lorry, because they come up the road with the chains hanging down the side, and the chains bang on the side of the skip. So they make hell of a noise, you know what I mean? Serious amount of noise. Well, that's good because they want to do all that here before they go home. So when they hear it at home, they haven't got a problem. Come on, baby. So I've taken this centre line here, you can see. The reason we're doing that, we've got these coming up the inside. So you can see there's no reaction at all to what side they come. You know, she's not avoiding it either way. And that's what we want, isn't it? You know, you want it. I mean, obviously, if something come up the inside of it and frightened it, it'd be coming over here, bumping into a car this side, wouldn't it? Obviously. And if you say, well, it wouldn't go, it would. It goes straight in the side of a car because you can't see the bloody car for the blinkers, can it? The blinkers take 80% of their vision away. Go on, babe. Trot. Steady now, that's it, see? Yeah. That's what we want to prevent, is that rocking, because when she throws her head up, she does that rocking, that half wanting to canter, you know? I don't mind if she canters flat out, that wouldn't bother me at all. But you're not going to get them to do, come on, baby. That's it. Trot now. Trot. Trot back. Good girl. Are we going to change lanes here? Moves nice, you see, like her, you know, her tail goes what we call straight between her ears, you know. Nice straight line up her spine. So a little bit of rocking, so I don't get cross or angry. Just apply a little bit more pressure. You know, that's all I do. And here's lovely. I want to stop here if I can. So all these cars will go in front of her. And when I asked her to stop, she'll stop on a sixpence, you know what I mean? Well, straight away in the bridge and stop. Walk, baby. And trot. Good girl. Good girl. So now I'm going to come over and change lanes again. Go on, babe. Go on, baby. Whoa, stand still. Go on, mate. Go on. Nice one, buses. Buses are a brilliant thing for training horses. Two reasons. One, they got mirrors all down. They're not mirrors, they're windows. But they're like mirrors, isn't they? They can see their reflection in them. So they what the bloody hell's that horse doing in there, you know? So you're having a look now, like. And also the other thing is it comes past them as quietly as anything. But of course then you've got the engine at the back. And when one comes past the first time, they're so surprised, you know. And what they're waiting for is the next vehicle. They think, well, he ain't got an engine, that one. And of course, the next vehicle never comes unless it's in a queue of traffic. Anyway, we're back to where we was. That's the place we went over there, Costa's, I think it's called, coffee shop. Good girl. Steady now, baby. So we're going to stop this film now a bit, and I'll pick up again later when we got something interesting, because we've already been up this road. Walk up, my darling. Yes, you are. Come on, my little sugar plum. Come on, Rosie Lee. Come on. Autumn's her name, isn't it? A lovely name, Autumn. I really like it. If I had 4 horses, I'd autumn, summer, spring, and winter. You know, give them all them names and drive the 4. Come on, my darling baby girl. Yes, you are, you young rascal.